Hey everyone, it's Murphy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be popular houseplants that I don't want in my collection. Now, I'm somebody who loves collecting houseplants, but a lot of the popular ones I'm just not a big fan of. I much prefer rare houseplants, not for the name, but mostly for like the actual look of them. I really don't care that much for popular houseplants. A lot of them really just don't do it for me. They're too boring, or there's just not enough going on with them. And yeah, today's video is going to be all about those plants that I'm not that interested in. Okay, I changed the camera angle a little bit. I needed to change it for myself. The first on my list is the Mandula pothos, and this is a plant that I've owned before twice, and honestly, I just didn't really care for it. It didn't grow very fast, which is something that I really need in my plants. I need them to grow quickly. It didn't do it for me. I didn't like the way the leaves curled. I thought they were really pretty, but something about it just doesn't do it for me. It was one of the plants that I ended up letting die when I was depressed. I didn't really care for it. I didn't really care when it died. I was just kind of like, oh. But if it did happen to come back into my possession, I wouldn't be mad, but it would probably die again. So I'm not gonna purchase another one. All right, the next one is gonna be kind of a surprising one to a lot of people, but it is the Albo Monstera. I just don't want it. Like, there are a lot of plants that I would rather have, and again, if it came into my possession, I would actually be happy, but I would never pay money for it. I don't care for it that much. I think it's beautiful, but like for me personally, I don't want it. It's big, it takes up a lot of space. I don't have that much space in my room. I'm already running out of space for a lot of my plants, so it's just not something that would work super well for me right now. Maybe in the future I would give it a chance, but right now it's not on my roster. I am not interested in that plant. The next is more of a wide group, and it's any alocasia. Fuck alocasia. I think that they are beautiful and wonderful, but I will never own one. Fuck that. I will not own an alocasia. I've had one in my life, and it came to me accidentally when a plant store sent me the wrong plant, and I didn't get the right plant in return. They just told me that I needed to pay shipping, and I was just like, I'm not doing that. I don't care that much. And it died in my greenhouse cabinet almost immediately. It did not do well in shipping. It died almost immediately. That's not the reason I don't want alocasia. I've just heard so many things about them, and I'm not really interested. You know, they're really pretty, but I don't care for them. Like, I don't want them in my collection at all. I am much more of an aroid type of person. I love aroids. I love philodendrons specifically. Another one that is more of a wide group of plants. This is gonna make me seem really close-minded, actually, this video is, but I'm not a fan of calathea either. Not anything against the plant itself. I've just heard that they are pest magnets, and they are sensitive, and they need high humidity. But the ones that I've seen are bigger, and I can't put them in my greenhouse cabinet, so they won't get as high of humidity as they need. And there's really just no point in me having them, because it wouldn't work out. I don't think they're beautiful. I don't think that they would be worth me spending any money on, ever. I've had a prayer plant before. It died, like, immediately. But I think that's a Marantiaceae, not a, or however you say that word, not a calathea, but either way, I'm not interested. I don't want those plants. This next one is a plant that was really popular back during the houseplant surge during the pandemic. And this is a Tradescantia Nanook. This plant is very pretty. It's very cute, but damn, is it boring. I know to some people this is gonna like break their little hearts because like it's cute and it's purple or whatever, but that's it. And its growth pattern is really off. It looks bad to me. Like, I don't like it. I have had multiple cuttings of them in the past, and I let them die because I just didn't care for them. And like, if you know me, you know that I love my plants, like, more than anything. I will take care of my plants until the day that I fucking die. I don't care how depressed I get. I don't care what's going on in my life. I will take care of the plants that I love. I did get it as a cutting in a trade, and I really liked it at the time. But after a while, it just lost its sparkle, and I just didn't care about it anymore. I thought its growth pattern was really off. It's just the way that it grows, I'm not a fan of. It grew really quickly, but I don't like the shape that it grows in. I wish the leaves and the nodes were closer together, I think. The next houseplant that I don't want and will never own, if I own one in the future, then sue me. But I don't want and I won't own a fiddle leaf fig. I've heard way too many bad things about these plants. They're pretty, and that's like it. And they're not pretty when they're not getting the perfect conditions. And even when they are getting the perfect conditions, half the time they don't even grow, or they die, or their leaves shrivel up, or this and that. And like, I don't know. I also, again, not a huge fan of big plants. I love small plants or medium-sized plants. I say that with my giant monstera sitting right next to me. I think it's cool, but I'm not into trees. I'm into plants. And yes, trees are a plant, but like, I'm not into trees. And that's what they look like. They look like little trees, which they're cute. And like when I see them out in the wild in like Florida, they're cool. That's like it. I have seen some people with some really nice ones, I must admit, that made me a little bit jealous, but like, not jealous enough to get one. Never jealous enough to get one. And this last one is the Pilea peperomioides. Now, this is one that I don't want, but could see myself owning. I'm kicking my little feet because this plant is kind of cute. I like it when it's little. I like the little circular leaves. It was also super popular during the plant surge, more like in the beginning of the plant surge during the pandemic. It was really, really popular and I really wanted one. And I think I almost got one, but I just never ended up doing it because I knew that there was something about the plant that I just didn't like. And I think it was because of me hearing people say that it was really hard to take care of. And a lot of these plants, you can tell that I hear that it's hard to take care of and I immediately don't want it. It's also because these plants aren't cool enough for me to want to put in the effort to take care of them. Like there are some plants that I've heard are difficult to take care of and hard to grow that I still want. Like a lot of anthurium that I still desperately want. And I'll make a whole video on plants that I want that aren't popular or popular plants that I do want. Let me know what you want to see, I don't care. I do want to show off some plants that I do want though. And I know a lot of plants that are really hard to take care of that I want really bad because they're worth it to me. But these plants are just not worth it, in my opinion, like at all. And I think the Pilea is cute, but it's just not interesting enough for me. It's not interesting. And it's not because it's common, and it's not because it's like popular. It's just because it's not super interesting to me and I don't really care that much for it. And I've also just heard that it's kind of annoying and kind of a drama queen. And I'm not really into that. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed hearing my probably really hot takes on popular houseplants. Let's hope I don't get like flamed for these, but I don't think I will. The plant community is great for the most part. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!